Hi, today we're going to talk about lesson 3, fossil fuels effect on the environment. Okay, so all of the materials in this picture, synthetic rubber, styrofoam, plastic, gasoline, asphalt, polyester, varnish, even some medicines, all of them are derived from fossil fuels like oil, gas, and carbon. Okay, so for your vocabulary, you have acid rain. It's a rain with a pH lower than 5. Coral bleaching, the loss of photosynthetic algae from a coral reef, leading to the loss of color. Ocean acidification, a decrease in the pH of the surface water of the ocean. Smoke, air pollution from reactions between smoke particles and oxygen. And all of these products are floating around or suspended in fog. Okay, so most of us would find it really difficult to live in a world without fossil fuels because our life it's built upon them in all of their materials. Okay, before people would use a lot of wood, but since population began growing, local supplies of wood became scarce, and then fossil fuels were discovered and started to be used more. Okay, and they help with mobility because they help us use a car, a motorbike, or an airplane, boats. So they allowed an exchange of cultures and ideas, and they also supported the development of machines to reduce all of the physical work that we made before. Petroleum can be used to make plastics and even for medicine, and a huge number of products on the market today are related to petroleum. But the problem is that burning fossil fuels releases carbon dioxide and other pollutants into the air. And the air right now is struggling to accommodate all of this carbon dioxide. Okay, now we're going to talk about acid rain. In the 1800s, Robert Angus Smith discovered that there was damage in plants and trees, and it was related to a type of rain more acid than normal. Okay, and he coined the term acid rain. Acids, as you know, are substances that form from hydronium ions. And the scale that indicates the hydronium ion concentration in a substance is the pH scale. So it goes from 0 to 14. Strong acids have a pH range from 0 to 3, weak acids from 3 to 7, and 7 represents neutrality, and then anything more than 7, it's, well, from 8 to 14 are bases. Okay, rainwater, it's a little bit acidic, um, but thanks to pollution, it becomes way more acid, and that affects buildings. It affects building materials and affects nature, especially plants and animals. Okay, as acid rain forms when combustion products from fossil fuels um, combined with water in the air. Okay, some of the carbon in coal and some of the hydrocarbons in petroleum have sulfur or nitrogen components attached to them. So when you burn coal, when you burn petroleum, this sulfur and this nitrogen are released as oxides. And in these oxides are these oxides which react with the rainwater to form acid rain. Okay, and here you have the formula if you want to see it. Acid rain causes a lot of damage, as I said, to building materials like metals, it rusts them, to limestone, to marble, to concrete. Okay? Um, and the thing with acid rain, it's that it, it usually doesn't fall like right on top of the location of the factories that are using um, all of these fossil fuels. It usually moves a little bit because of wind, because of the atmosphere, and it falls in nature, harming nature. And it can even kill animals or it can kill plants. Now, about ocean acidification. The normal pH of seawater is around 8.1. And oceans are naturally basic, and all of the living things that are there, like plants, phytoplankton, mammals like whales, fish, mollusks, all of that, corals, sponges, are all based, like they're made to survive in salty basic water, not acidic water. Okay, and that's a problem because they are sensitive to the changes. And corals and shellfish are the most sensitive ones. What happens is that when water becomes acid, all of their shells become bendable, they become soft, and it kills them. Okay? What else? And even a small, really small change, it's gonna affect them. Okay, and the problem is that when a coral it's like surrounded in acidic water, what happens is that corals are animals really, not plants, but corals have like phytoplankton, and coral expels them as a way to survive, but then they change colors and they stop being able to do photosynthesis and they die. And if corals die, they're like at the base of the food chain, so a lots of animals die. Okay. um what else? I'm trying to see. Okay, that's it. I explained this paper. And smoke. Okay. When people use a lot of coal, carbon, uh, and release it to the air, it causes problems, especially in cities, and it causes smog. Smog, it's when water droplets absorb smoke particles, so smoke plus fog, and it's a problem because it makes people sick, it affects their health, even people die thanks to smoke. This is a problem that has been going on for a long time. And now we have some devices to help clean the air, but as long as we're using fossil fuels, it's still going to happen. Okay. And that would be for the class of today.